All right. So we're doing a new song this week, and new song means new patch for my Helix. So I figured I'd kind of walk through what that looks like. So we are doing praise for the first time this week. We'll see how it goes. We are going to do it a little different than the original, I'm sure. I also know we're doing it closer to the radio version, so no chant at the beginning or the end. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of walk through my layout. So within HX Edit, I have a just standard worship guitar template that I keep so I can build my patches off of that. It's got all the effects in the signal chain that I like, and then I can just alter things as I go for what the song needs. For example, typically in this spot right here, I have a tremolo pedal. But for this song, I have a chorus pedal because this song very much needs chorus. So yeah, for this intro, the radio version has a guitar line that mimics the melody to start everything off. So I've got a simple pitch here at the beginning. It is playing an octave above me, decently high in the mix. Going into a couple of drives, I like just double stacking the heir apparent and using different gain settings. So this one I call my light drive. It has the gain mod on normal. And then the second one I use is my big drive, and I have the gain mod on the higher end. And they've got different settings as well. Not using the chorus for the beginning. I am going into a Matchstick Channel 2 on the Helix, and it's kind of set up to where it should sound like a Matchless Club 35, and I've got it set up for my single coils. I am using Worship Tutorials Matchless Club 35 cab IRs, and then from there I'm going into a Beat Chop Trim, which is set up to do kind of a ramping tremolo effect if I ever need it. I've got a tube echo, or not tube echo, sorry, reverse delay that is probably not being used at all in this song. And then a tube echo that always stays on. I've got a dotted eighth delay, a dual delay, so jump between that dotted eighth and the next setting. Blanking right now. Hall reverb that stays on, and then an octo reverb and a particle reverb that get used for pad effects. And then I have a glitz reverb that's only purpose is to be used with those pad reverbs. So yeah, and then I have an actual glitz reverb here at the end of that I can turn on and off with a foot switch. EQ block that always stays on, set up for my single coil. And then at the end here, I've just got a clean 3 dB gain, so I can boost myself when doing lead lines, and the sound engineer does not have to worry about it. All right, so that's kind of the signal chain walk down. Like I said, this intro line just mimics the main melody, and so this is what that sounds like with effects and everything. And that's how the song is going to start off. All right. For the verse, got some different things done. I'm just using one of my drives, using my dotted eighth delay, and a little bit of that ambient verb as well. And we're just going to do some palm mutes on the chords. So it goes like this. And that just follows the chord structure of the verse. My next snapshot is set up for chorus, verse, and bridge. And the reason for that is the first chorus does not have the standard chorus riff that this song is known for, and it just has kind of chords playing in the background. So I wanted to be able to do that with the rest of the band. So I've got my bigger drive turned on, dotted eighth is still on, and that reverb is still on. So really all I did was change what drive I'm using for this. And so when it starts off, I'm going to kind of play in the mid register here so that I can sit in the mix well. And then it's going to go back into the verse, at which point I will stay on this snapshot and play what I already played. Okay. Then the next chorus does actually have the chorus riff in it. And so now I've got my simple pitch turned back on, but instead of it modulating, it is staying in unison. It has a 30 millisecond delay on it. And that just kind of beefs up that tone. It gives me a double signal, basically, going into all of my effects. So using my big drive, going into the chorus finally, which I have set at a dotted 16th note. Depth is at the midpoint. I've got a little bit of pre-delay on there so I can actually hear what note I'm playing. Wave shape is set to sine, and the tone, you'll notice, is turned all the way down. That's what gives this part that sound that you're used to hearing. And then I've got the mix cranked pretty high, all the way up to 70%, which I don't normally do with an effect pedal, but kind of calls for it. And then we are going to run into the dual delay just to let it bounce around a little bit, and then very, very small amount of this ambient reverb. I've got the decay set to 2 just to help out that dual delay a little bit. And this is what that would sound like. So I think it's pretty close to what happens in the recording, and so that's what I'm going to stick with. My last two snapshots, for the bridge, I'm just going to go back to this one, do kind of the same thing I was doing in the verse, and then there's another chorus right after that bridge, and the bottom kind of drops out at the start of it, and the band builds back up. So I've got this set so that I can play chords and build back up with them, and then I've got that same chorus riff set up with this, but both of my drives are on just to give it that, hey, we're at the end sound. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the MP3 that I use to practice along with. I know I didn't mention this at the beginning, but you may have guessed. We are playing this in E major instead of the original key, and so that is what this is set to. So I'm going to hit start on this and just go from there.